What is a selling and administrative expense budget? Well, a budget generally is the allocation of resources towards a particular end or goal. Okay. The selling and administrative expense budget relates specifically to non-manufacturing activities. Within an organization, you generally have numerous departments or groups within the organization that carry out a specific function that oftentimes is attributed to overhead that is not directly related to the manufacturing or production of the good or service that the organization delivers. So with that being said, you'll routinely see the creation of individual budgets for these organizational units, and they're often called selling and administrative budgets. They're the most common are sales, marketing, and then administrative if you were to separate them out. Some organizations combine them all together. Larger organizations, because you have these distinct departments, are going to have budgets for each one of them. So with that being said, they tend to be short-term budgets presented monthly or quarterly based upon the projected needs based upon a number of factors. You generally come up with the selling and administrative expense budget by one of two manners. You either use an activity-based costing approach where you try to say, what are the activities that are going to go into this function? And then if you can identify the activities, you can identify a commensurate cost associated with that. That cost information will give you the information you need to project future needs and to set a budget. This, like all activity-based costing tasks, is very difficult just by its very nature because you're dealing with overhead. Okay, it's hard to say when you have a single department that's working for a lot of different functions within the organization. How are you going to allocate specific costs to this department based upon their activity? But that being said, there's an easier way that oftentimes is not recommended. It's the incremental budgeting. You simply look at past numbers, past needs for the budget for that department, and you set your existing and future budgets based upon past data, past history. Where history is not always a good indicator of the future, it is another approach. But in summary, this is what is a selling and administrative expense budget within an organization.